You are about to see mutilated corpses, burning tank carcasses, and all out mayhem, brought to you by Frontline Fatalities.
Sup, CoH fans, and welcome to episode 86 of Frontline Fatalities Season 2, brought to you by the Frontline Network, presented by me, FatalSaint, and my good friend Tommy. What's up, Tommy?
What's up, Fatal? We are here on the fields of Angoville for a Vico cast here today. We're going to be seeing a game between two players. I'm sure you will recognize the name of at least one of them. We have Mr. Aikaz from the Ruka Russian clan. He's going to be taking on the name and the role of the gentleman, the Axis, and he's going to be playing against our American player, who is, well, he's playing as the Americans, and he's an American. It's Mr. Basilone.
Yep, Basilone versus Aikaz on Angoville, classic V matchup between the Americans, and we're marked at the 5-second mark. Are we ready, Tommy?
We are ready, so let's be unpausing in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Right there with you. Nothing funky going on from Basilone. Rax coming up, second engineer cooking in the headquarters. What do we have going on for Aikaz?
Aikaz is going a little bit off the beaten path here. He is opening up with a 3 Pioneer opening. Putting up that Vermont quarters, though, with his first Pioneers. Now, it's been a very long time since I've done a 3 Pio opening, and I can't remember what kind of timing you get when you build it with the first Pio. I know if you build it with the second, you get somewhere around 250 manpower, so you can build an MG straight off the bat. He's actually going to have about 180 by the time he finishes it, so he could go straight into a bike.
Ah, yeah, the timing might be for a bike.
Yeah,
That's true,
you get right on the 180 when you finish with 3 Pios. I love those timings in Vico. You don't have them in CoH yet. It's not quite optimized yet, but you do get those really lovely timings, don't you? Like if you open with 2 engineers, first engineer builds the racks, perfect 270 manpower.
Yeah. It's just basically because you don't really build buildings with Soviets in the beginning, because mainly every Soviet player will open with conscripts. It's just, yeah. It's like 3 or 4 conscripts. That's fairly usual to happen in Counter Heroes 2. So it's just not the same when you're not building any base buildings initially. You can't get a timing. What's there to time if you don't build a building? It looks like a little bit of a split from Basilone. 1 NG on the right-hand side of the map, 1 NG on the left-hand side, and sending his first rifles to the left. So it looks to be he's going to go focus at least on the high fuel on the left side, and most likely leave this right-hand side to Aikaz, who has 2 Pios over here. But his first bike, no, it wasn't a bike, Schwim.
It was indeed a Schwim he's gone for, so it's going to be a fairly weak sort of couple of first opening seconds from Aikaz, because he's not really going to have any proper fighting units. The Schwim doesn't really count, because he's open with 3 Pios, so Basilone's going to have 2 rifles when he just has a Schwim and maybe just his next unit.
Yeah, and if that's like, obviously bike MG or Schwim MG openings are fairly common. I would gather that he basically goes for an MG next, but he could go for a Volk, who knows?
He is going for an MG. MG is going to be here shortly, but the next rifle is already on the field before the MG arrives, so Basilone has got the jump on Aikaz, at least for the moment.
Especially if you catch that MG on the move. At the same time, worker battle on the far right-hand side of the map. Pio versus Engineer, 1 versus 1 battle, and the Pios decides to book it back to some yellow cover bushes. And the Energizer Bunny battles ensues, which never ends. It just keeps going and going and going and going.
Basilone, he realizes he's not going to be able to win this with 2 Pioneers now there to threaten him, so he's going to go and just chill out of range and wait for his support, which is coming in the form of a rifle squad coming in from the rear, going to hit these 2 Pios in the rear and hopefully force them to retreat.
That should easily tip the tide in his favor. He should be fairly easily force off these 2 Pioneers. This Engineer, however, is getting ganged up by these 2 Pios before the rifles reach that battle. Engineers still staying around in the field. Very low man, 2-man health. Pyro squad forced retreat. Second Pyro squad still trying to force out that Engineer, I believe. Loses one man.
In a dangerous game. Engineer goes down to just 1 man. He's going to be able to go and cap that munitions point, though. Meanwhile, Basilone is capping the fuel at the same time. He is having his fuel decapped on the left, so they are trading fuels.
Yeah, it looks kind of like they're trading sites as well. 3 units, MG, Schwim, and Volk. All the fighting units, you know, if you count the Schwim as a fighting unit, like half a fighting unit or something. On the left-hand side for Aikaz, before when he opened up with double Pyos on the right-hand side. But now basically all forces apart from this one rifleman squad guarding the cutoff is on the right for Basilone. So they've kind of switched side completely off the map.
They have, and actually Basilone, I think he realizes this, and he is going for the cutoff here on the right-hand side, so Aikaz is going to be basically just relying on his left-hand side income. And now we see a very aggressive MG move all the way to the cutoff here. Basilone retreats because he doesn't think he's going to be able to stick it out. It's a bit of a weird one, you know, when you're in the green cover around these hay bales, sometimes you can stay there, sometimes you just get pinned anyway. Because it's not the most reliable green cover in the world.
No, it's fairly small actually, and it's fairly easy to get that one guy, Conrad, to not tie his shoelaces and fall out, you know, behind the haystack and get the whole squad suppressed. And at the same time, with the Schwim for pushing, you know, he would have been pushed out of that green cover instantly.
Yeah, I would like to see a bit more aggressive use of the Shrimp actually. I mean, he's playing it very safe, he's not taking very much damage on it, he's keeping it at a nice range. A good distance away from the fighting, but you know, you can do some really funky micro stuff. You know, if anyone's ever watched DevM, I'm sure many of you have, you'll see what he can do with any sort of little bikes, jeeps, trims. It's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, you gotta really, and you know, I think we talked with DevM about that in the Expert Insight episode we had on for about, I think, Symbiosis as well, and some of the other experts as well. You know, about what to focus. Do you want to focus down the Schwim or the bike, for example, if you're the American player? Or do you want to, you know, focus down the battle unit that's actually damaging you like a Volk squad to cause manpower? You know, it's always a hard decision.
It is a hard decision because there's, I mean, I remember we asked Seb this same question. He said always focus the Jeep. But he said that because he just doesn't like Jeeps.
Engineer goes down to a nicely played Schwim wagon on the retreat path.
That was a sneaky move.
They managed to avoid the 2 Volk Grenadiers moving from the cutoff, the left-hand side of the map, across the middle road over to the right-hand side. But Wing was very nicely positioned, taking out that Engineer squad. So 1 NG down for
three-way flank hit. All 4 rifle squads surrounding these 2 Volk squads.
1 squad retreats. At 3 men, these Volks are getting shoot up though. Where is that Flamer Pyre that was in the building just a few seconds ago? They went out to start capping instead. So that means he has the Schwim, the MG, 2 Volks so far from tier 1.
Yes, Schwim, MG, and 2 Volks, and obviously the extra Pyos. So it's a fairly small tier 1, really. And he has just finished taking tier 2.
Yeah, it's not huge, it's not huge. So tech for tier 2 is done, and the motor pool in Basilone's base is basically done as well. He won't have the required fuel to actually start pumping out that M8 instantly, but it's not far off, and his income is still quite okay. Plus 26 fuel as he holds on to the right-hand side, high fuel still. Even though Aikaz is now kind of pushing for that, I think.
Now, this is a weird move. We've got a bunker has been put down on the left-hand side cutoff, which would make sense if Aikaz had taken the right side.
Yeah.
He's taken the left, so really, it's not doing a whole lot to put a bunker there, really, as he's already got that whole left-hand side capped, so...
Yeah, he's even going to cap the 16 munitions outside of the US base, so... That cutoff is effectively not going to be cutting off anything at all.
Yeah, it's, I guess he just really wants to hold that side at all costs.
Well, with that bunker, that's another 150 manpower. It's almost an entire.
It is almost like getting another tier 1 unit, isn't it? And actually, all this sort of building sort of half tier 1 units, like getting the Schwim and getting the extra Pyro and the bunker, means that he's not actually getting this tier 2 up that quickly. It's only going to be finished just shy the 8-minute mark. And I bet that M8, yeah, it's being produced, I can see.
It's more than halfway done as well. I don't believe he has gone armor, however, because he's not building that rapidly. But yeah, it's going to be on the field in just a few seconds. And he got over 100 munitions in the bank, so he can fully upgrade that with the Top Gunner and the Skurs instantly as it hits the field. And there's just not going to be any counters on the field, it looks like. He's got a tier 2 building building something. Is it a pack first?
No, it's a grand first.
Ooh, that's not good. Well, with a Shrek, does he have the required munitions even?
He
I
just
see
spent
the
all
MG
his
bunker.
munitions on the MG bunker. He's down to 14 munitions. He can't even throw a Faust down.
So this MM gets the skirts, goes out on the left-hand side, forces the cancel of a bunker that was going to be placed. Another bunker. That's interesting. He's really trying to go that left
bunker
side.
happy, isn't he?
Yeah, he likes bunkers. Maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe bunkers is the way to go on Ango. Who knows? Bunker on cutoff, that's one thing I know, but I don't know about the whole frontline bunker thing going on. I never see that.
Maybe, yeah, go defensive and just get like super forward reinforcement.
Super spam
And
bunkers.
then just like pray to God your opponent doesn't get a mortar.
Or artillery or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, so here we go. We got a big push. Literally all of Basilone's forces now coming in on the right-hand side. We see another bunker attempt here from Aikaz. He has seriously got a hard on for bunkers.
I'm not sure what this bunker is going to do for him. That must have meant to be a medic bunker, I'm guessing. He wants to fight on this right-hand side with a medic bunker. His Volk's taking casualties. Medics picking up dead bodies, turning him into zombie grants, whatever. Good idea, but obviously Basilone stops that plan in the works for Aikaz with this massive attack of his.
Yeah, very nice attack. He lost very few guys, killed a couple of Volks there. Nice use of the M8 to get everyone to vacate, and now we have the right-hand side being almost entirely capped back by Basilone, so it's going to be a 50-50 split on Angoville once again.
There's got to be a bit of a bank on fuel for Aikaz, though. How much is he banking on?
Oh yeah, he's banking 123 fuel right now.
Yeah,
so
wow. Because he had the right-hand side and the left-hand side. That's a lot of fuel.
But the thing is, it looks like he's built his Campcraft Center, he's got Vet 1 infantry, so it doesn't look like he's going to be planning to use that fuel to tech. It looks like he's going to be using it fairly sparingly, just to get himself some veterancy. And we actually do see more investment into Tier 2. We have a pack now out.
Well, the pack is needed as there's no Shrek on that Gren squad yet.
Oh yeah, no, the pack is definitely needed. I mean, he's only got... He is now upgrading to a Shrek, actually. He's just about to pop a Shrek on there. But the thing is, I don't like getting Shreks on Grens. It's something you really want to avoid unless you absolutely have to.
Huge mine goes off, kills only one Pyro, though.
Yeah, a bit of a waste of 25 munitions, but...
Yeah, Basilone went infantry because he's planting mines with his riflemen. So infantry has been chosen with 1 CP still remaining, so... Not exactly sure what he's going to go for. The pack opens up on brick wall. Not the M8.
Fuck you, wall.
Oh, no.
Had enough of your shenanigans. Did that Shrek just blow up a Volk?
I
think the Shrek just nuked the Volk.
Well, there is friendly fire unless you're shooting on your own squad, so to speak. You can't grenade your own squad in Company Heroes 1.
But you can grenade other squads that you own.
Yes! And you can do...
Which gave rise to the brutal, the bunker factory.
Yes.
That is what they call it.
The super douchebaggery of grenading your own Volks next to your medic bunker to turn them into grenadiers.
Well, you know, it's been done in tournaments. It has been done. It's not... The thing is, like, in terms of cost effectiveness, it's not even that particularly effective, but... Like, it's fairly amusing. If you have a shit ton of Volks and 1 Gren, then you can make yourself quite a lot of Grens, and it's fairly amusing, yeah.
AT gun out second, Basilone's mortar pool opening up on these bunkers, but here is a Pyro squad and that Swing Wagon gonna get on the flank of that AT gun quite easily and start chipping away on the health of those.
Look at the damage. Like, the burst from that shrimp is
just
not
good burst.
Not insignificant. But here we go, here's the M8, he's gonna put a stop to this. And I think this MG bunker is gonna be done for pretty soon. The Shrimp's gonna get out of there.
Yep, down to 50% health or so, but the M8 is not chasing that pile. However,
huge mine.
Wow,
huge
nice
mine down on the left-hand side. And look, he did actually manage to put up another bunker there, Aikaz, on the left-hand side. It's going to be a waste of manpower, though, because it's just going to get nuked by the AT gun.
At least he didn't use the munitions on it so far, because, yeah, right now he's lost control of the left-hand side. He's regaining the right, yet again. It's quite a lot of territory, you know, switching hands over and over again in this game, I think. Went from left, right, they switched over, and then, you know, massive push from Basilone, then he got pushed off, and then he went over to the left-hand side to dislodge these bunkers.
I think the reason is really down to Aikaz being quite fluid and not really sort of having a... He hasn't really had a focal point. He's just sort of gone where the mood takes him. He's followed his heart. Which is good in some respects, being fluid like that, and obviously it can take your opponent off guard, and it seems to have worked for him. But in other respects, it does mean like you're going to be running into mines, as we saw there, because you're constantly going into territory that you haven't scouted out first. So swings and roundabouts.
It's risky. It's risky. Obviously. Sticky bombs upgraded for the rifleman of Basilone, so his first rifleman upgrade. I'm not exactly sure. I think he's expecting, you know, vehicles obviously.
And he's
tier 3 is up
because tier 3 is up. Stone Armory is up, so it looks like bit of a feint maybe by Aikaz getting the vet and the pack, only to then go into tier 3. I mean, when you have both fuel points, really, you may as well tech for vehicles if you haven't
You can
already.
tech, yeah.
Yeah, because your opponent's going to be so far behind in the fuel, it would be a bit of a waste just to get, you know, infantry veterancy and spam the infantry, because obviously your opponent only needs to field snipers and he can build those without needing any fuel. So you wanna try and put your opponent in an uncomfortable spot, and getting vehicles is going to do just that. Except it's not a vehicle he's building out of his Stone Armory. He has chosen to get himself a Nebel.
Nebel first out of tier 3, and it's obviously not due to a lack of fuel, as he still must, after getting that upgrade
fuel?
and building it, he still needs to have a lot of fuel, yeah, because he had at least both high fuels on the map yet again for a while, so it's quite a lot of fuel income right there. But at the same time, you know, obviously as he knows there's an AT gun on the field. He tried to kill it before and he destroyed his bunkers. He can suspect stickies should have been upgraded maybe, or they will be upgraded if he feels the Puma, for example. And there's an M8 to chase the Puma down.
Cheeky base scout, cheeky base scout. And there we go, we have a bit of support veterancy just came in.
So, Inf vet 1, support vet 1 so far. Oh, I think he tried to plant an M8 behind.
Mine very briefly, but when he actually got hit twice by the Shrek in a row, which doesn't always happen, I have to say. There we go, here comes the Neb. I don't know where he's going with it exactly, but he might be able to detonate some mines if he hits the mine near the American cutoff.
Cutoff, yeah. I think that
there's one mine.
The mine that actually just exploded was scouted out by something that ran past that gap in the hedge before and shot at one of the engineers actually planting that mine, so he knew it was there. So I guess, you know, if you don't have sweepers, Nebels Nebels could work. He's got a flavor though, you could use that.
It's just like a big minesweeper, really.
Massive minesweeper of burning rockets. Why not?
This is a nice move now by Aikaz. This is really what you want to do from the beginning. Is you know, focus on the right and then make a big move for the cutoff, and that's now what he's doing.
Yeah, as you can see, we had bars upgraded after the stickies were upgraded. All of the fuel was invested in infantry upgrades for his rifles. Nice grenade. Has quite a lot of health damage to that one rifleman score. Down to 5 men, very low health. Oh, 4. But that was quite easy to get out of there, and he rightly so books it back to base instantly after seeing overwhelming numbers of rifles, especially against Vet 1 Volks with barred up rifles. Not a good engagement.
Now this is going to be a pretty bad retreat path for these Volks. He's going to move around the other side of the hedge. That's clever.
Okay, he got the decap, so
yeah, he did get a decap. So that's no resources for the next minute or two.
Grenades upgraded as well, so all 3 infantry riflemen upgrades for Basilone in a row. Sticky, bars, grenades. He's really laying it on his rifles.
He is laying it on, but you know, he's not fighting any vehicles at the moment. Although there is actually a Puma just about to pop out now. And this is now a second flamer upgraded, so making good use here, Aikaz, of his support veterancy, getting himself another flamer.
Oh, detonates another mine, actually planted on the cutoff of Basilones with that Nebel Furfer Minesweeper combination.
Oh, there goes a Faustin on the M8. But that pack was unfortunately positioned. The one bit of hedge he hasn't yet destroyed. That was
yeah, he did quite a lot of gardening. Exactly sure what he has against walls and hedges.
And that's, you know, that always perplexed me whenever I played Angoville. Whenever I try to play it more sort of traditional Vare, more sort of campy style on this side, one thing that always got me was that goddamn hedge, because you often get trapped behind it. And I was talking to this with Aimstrong. This was about a year ago, and I said, you know, what do you do? You know, when you get trapped behind the hedge, what can you do? And he said, well, you know what the problem is the hedge. So if the problem's a hedge, simply get rid of the hedge. Get a pack. Get rid of the hedge. And since then, never had any problems.
Pack, Shrek, whatever.
Yeah, whatever works.
So now this Schwim and Puma on the field. Schwim going over to the left-hand side to go scouting, I'm guessing at least. The Puma shows his face, and this AT gun's gotta react.
That pack is in range, just about the M8, but you just can't quite see it.
Oh yeah, you can't see it, I think. What was that?
Oh, it's the shack falling down. shack.
Oh yeah, random shacks, one
Yeah.
bullet from...
Always makes the whole screen shake.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god, there's an earthquake, and it's like a little bit of wood fell down.
It's a little bit of a little shack behind the hedge and the tank trap, and that fell down.
Boomer showing why it is not the weapon of choice when you want to clear a building.
Well,
It's actually doing okay.
it's okay. Yeah,
It's
not
doing
too
okay.
bad.
The last burst wasn't bad, but
Bit
oh,
too
nice. Oh, nice devil strikes there by Aikaz. Good thinking there.
Level 1 production completed in the supply yard of Basilone, so that's going to help his upkeep a little bit. But at the same time, nothing else really added onto his army. He did replace that lost engineer a while back, actually. He's got a triage up, all the upgrades on his rifles. Still, the M8 is still alive, vet gun as well, and he's got an AT gun. 2 AT guns now, actually.
2 AT guns, okay, so he's getting seriously prepared for vehicles. We do have Vet 1 vehicles, just came in, always a worthwhile upgrade. Even if you only have the one Puma, the Vet 1 is still worth it.
Yeah, just the extra survivability on it.
Oh, it's great, it's an extra AT gun shot. Who doesn't want to
Yeah.
take an extra AT gun shot?
Especially when there are 2 on the field. You really need that veterancy, otherwise you can get taken out really quickly.
Yeah, see, otherwise that shot might have damaged his engine, but instead he's going to be able to get away.
Burst
Bolt
away back
and a
in the
mine. We have more bunkers. Did you see the other bunker put down on the VP there on the right hand side?
Oh, another bunker.
He's going
well,
seriously heavy on the bunkers. You know, if you're going to get this many bunkers, Aikaz, just go defensive, put a med bunker down.
What did he choose yet? Did he
Nothing.
choose a doctrine?
He's
Nothing.
sitting on 5 CPs.
Okay, go defensive. Just start spamming that. That was pretty cool.
That
He
was pretty
grenaded
cool.
a mine. Was that his mine or the enemy mine?
I have no idea. He knew it was there, so
Yeah,
I can only
obviously.
imagine that it was his. I don't think Aikaz laid a mine there, but I don't know.
I
Either
don't
way,
know.
that was pretty cool.
Because there are mines on the road from Aikaz, and there's wire between the hedge and the building from Aikaz, and that's like the choke there. So that could have been Aikaz's mine, and could have been planted when Basilone had line of sight on it. Double Vet 2 flare pios barbecuing this poor AT gun, but it actually magically manages to live somehow. Here comes the M8 to try and help out, gets pack sniped instantly.
Yeah, elite armor flamers are not to be fucked with.
No, especially not with if you're an AT gun and no third guy actually carries a rifle. The other guy carries an AT gun.
Oh, off ammo to the re-put down on the pack here. Will he get the killing shot though off on the M8?
Might be
No!
sacrificed. Oh, main gun destroyed on the M8. Very lucky, and first shell takes out the crew of that pack. That
And the
damage
third
in
shell
gun.
destroys the
Great
gun.
gun.
Damn, that's unlucky there for Aikaz.
But this M8 is still out of action. No main gun, no top gunner for a while. He did manage to chase off the 2 flamer pios with his barred up rifles and reclaim that decrewed AT gun of his own. Now the Neville's gonna start raining down on him though.
God, M8s are just great on this map.
They're just great on basically all maps.
They are great on the maps, though, but they're just particularly good here because
on the
you
big
really
3, they're pretty good.
you just have to get 2 packs if you really want to kill it. Otherwise, you just deal with the fact you will never kill it.
Well, I guess until you get a vehicle of your own to chase it down.
Well, yeah, but you know what can you get to chase down an M8? Like a Stug? Nah.
Oh, not so
slow.
good. P4, maybe.
P4, but yeah, who goes tier 4 though?
No one. No one ever. So
Well,
on
it's
the howitzer, firing away at I believe this MG bunker and the cutoff or Neville.
Ah,
Sounds
and he
hard.
actually did get it. He did get the
Yeah.
crew. Although, unfortunately, if you get the crew and don't actually damage the weapon, it's basically like giving him another free go because he just remans that with Volks. He just pays to reinforce those 3 Volks, and then he gets to fire it again instantly.
Oh yeah, the cooldown is reverted, isn't it?
Yeah. And we do finally have defensive chosen, so it's a little bit late in the day to choose defensive, honestly, for Aikaz. He could have made so much more use out of it if he picked it early. Defensive is an early game doctrine. All its most powerful things come in the first 3 CPs. That's when you get your bunker reinforcement, that's when you get your stronger bunkers, which would have really helped, and that's when you get your
For the Fatherland, obviously.
extended line of sight. Yeah, and for the Fatherland, of course.
Yeah. In some of these massive battles where Basilone has engaged the Wehrmacht armies of Aikaz with all of his forces, you know, for the Fatherland in his own territory, easily could have helped. Quite a lot of mine play from both players. Quite a lot of mines on the left-hand side. You know, a grenadier ran into some of the mines just outside of the Wehrmacht base with 10 munitions. There's more mines planted as well. I think his M8 has had it with his Puma, maybe. Not exactly sure where he's chasing. He's just gonna go fast.
Maybe he was looking for a Nebel and then decided against it.
Well, he got a shot off on the Puma with the AT gun.
Oh, Pyos, Flamer Pyos were obliterated by
there it is, yeah.
an off map.
Nope, on map. On map towers, we're shooting at the Nebel again.
Ah, yes. Wow, that's a lot of
Just
scatter.
massive spread. Yeah.
Huge.
Well, he's firing at like max range, basically. And OP on the munitions outside of the US base as well. I guess he,
Well, he
you
really
know,
wants to spam the off-map artillery. Well, you know, this is a great map for artillery. I mean, what map is a great map
Grenade
for artillery,
stickies
really,
as well.
Well, yeah, grenade stickies, and of course, if you're infantry, you're never short out of things to spend your munitions on, are you?
mines.
Mines, artillery, mines, artillery, mines, artillery.
And a grenade for good measure as well. Basilone's army is growing quite a lot. Look at that on map, he's got a Vet 2 M8 which is still alive. Off map using the MG, instant unpack, trying to run away. Scatter might get lucky, and it does. 2 nice casualties on that MG from Aikaz.
We have another flank here. It's a Flame and a Rifle Squad. I don't know what they're planning to do here though, because they're about to run straight into a Puma.
The M8 ran down the middle road, hit the mine. I got hit mine message, but no crits. No end.
Yes.
No nothing.
That's,
Nice grenade on that double wall squad. They were really clumped up. Forced an instant retreat.
There's defensive artillery put down on the VP over here on the top right-hand corner.
Oh, very lucky rifleman down to 1 man. Managed to escape with his life back to base, however. And wow, Basilone actually has 5 rifles. 5 rifles.
Must have built another one.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sure he only had 4 to begin with.
Yeah, he only had 4 to begin with. He's loading quite a lot of manpower because he's not really losing that much manpower in the engagements. But now with double Pumas on the field, that could change very quickly. But he did get that very early supply yard upgrade as well.
Oh, nice hit on the M8, but again, it escapes with 5% health. It must be getting infuriating for Aikaz.
Can't even kill the MG because he doesn't have a main gun. He could have stuck around to use the top gunner, but it would have taken forever against Vet 2.
We must be pretty close to having some rifle vet coming in as well, because we've seen a lot of grenadiers go down. That one grenadier squad has been recycled over and over and over again. Keeps on going out and losing men, because obviously it's only vet 1, so those
Very
bars...
close to vet 1 on some squads. He's got like 4 kills and blah blah blah, and he has 1 which is vet 1, but apart from that, no veterans on his rifles yet.
I must just be used to CoH 2 when you see units just get annihilated and then, ooh, vet 2.
I like this VP harassment on the left-hand side. Flamer Pio just goes over there to be annoying, to grab the VP. Nothing else. Doesn't care about the territories. Just go, grab the VP. Be as annoying as possible. And that's obviously gonna prompt a response from Basilone. He needs to send something over there. And he can't
When you
just...
got a vet 2 Flamer, like, this rifle squad isn't even guaranteed to win. It depends how the crits roll.
Yeah. There we go. Nice Flamer crit there.
Nope. No,
Oh,
he's gonna win. He's gonna win. And we have another Neville out now, so that's gonna bring us up to a total of 1.
Because the other one got destroyed.
'Cause the other one, yeah, no, sorry, the other one did get destroyed. And a Puma went down somehow on a mine.
AT gun?
AT gun? No, AT gun's too far away.
Mine. Yeah.
Mine. Okay.
There was 1 single mine there, which.
No, it's rare that you see a vehicle go over a mine and just die like that.
I think it was very badly damaged after taking some shots before, so. But then new Nibble on the field at the same time, left-hand side being harassed by these Pumas, one of them dying to the mine, forces off the second Puma remaining from Aikaz. Nice use of on-map against this clustered enemy position of Aikaz. Oh, and the engineer goes down.
Range artillery up here on the plus 60 munitions, annihilates a whole rifle squad up here on the top right corner, so I think that means we're now down to just 4 rifles for Basilone, but it was an unvetted rifle, so I doubt he'll be mourning their loss too much.
I think he's saving up CPs to go for off-map combat group. I'm guessing this is gonna be his choice. He's got double supply yard upgrade. He has the tech to like TE, for example, and he has floating manpower as well. Quite a lot of manpower.
I think Aikaz needs to just have a step back and rethink his strategy a little bit here, because what he's doing right now is patently not working. He's just getting sort of artillery to death. His grenadiers and bolts are getting chewed up by these bars. I think he needs some Vet 2 infantry, and then he needs a few more Grens. That's what he needs at this point in the game. Because
The dead rifle is actually replaced.
He replaced it, so he must have a thing
5.
for 5 rifles.
Yeah.
Does
you have
he have
Rangers
both
unlocked?
supply yard upgrades?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're okay actually with 5 rifles then.
Well, it could have gotten Rangers against the Puma. You know, there's a pretty big chance that second Puma will come out.
Rangers.
Well, he's loading 1,000 manpower. I thought, you know, do something new. Get a Ranger squad, get SMGs, and never get the infantry vet on them. Because for some reason you only damage stuff with Rangers, you never kill anything.
Oh, yeah.
Just never happens.
And occasionally, like a Puma will get damage engine near your Ranger squad, and you'll be like, and then an AT gun will steal the kill from your Rangers.
Yeah, so that's what happens. That's always what happens. A new bunker. These bunkers, man, they're everywhere.
He's got a real thing for bunkers.
Off-map use on a Nebula and MG. Here comes the M8 as well to dish out some damage, and it actually gets hit by its own off-map.
A bit of friendly fire. I think this might be all she wrote for this M8 now. It's finally got a damage engine relatively close to the Axis lines, but the Shrek squad is all the way over here on the left-hand side. It's running down the middle road.
Yeah, the
about
was
to pull off some kind of flank.
Well, he might have this Puma trying to escape out of there. That depends, though. Shrek squad is positioned behind. The M8 can quite easily, however, just avoid it. Oh, he should pop out with his Pios of Sacrifice them on the M8 mine. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Would have been funny. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, yeah.
2 M8, too bad.
He should have just chucked a grenade on there with his grenade.
There goes the M8 mine outside of the bunker, killing the Pioneers instantly. Ah, cheeky. Very, very cheeky. Well, he's got the fuel, the munitions OP outside of his base, so he's like swimming in munitions. Now, why not M8 mine the Pios to death? Why not?
Hey, it's worth it. The Pios had to spend 50 munitions to upgrade their flamers, right?
True, yeah.
It's an even Steven split.
Even Steven. This AT gun got decrewed, however, on the right-hand side, top VP, and it's now getting destroyed by the Shrek up Dren as well. That leaves Basilone with 1 AT gun, which is currently on the left-hand side, hunting. Trying.
Looks like Aikaz, he's got a thirst now for more Pumas now that he's killed the AT gun here on the right-hand side. So he's building another one.
Yeah, he's replacing the lost one as well, so it's not a bad idea. I think double Pumas, is that the magic number?
Two is the magic number with Pumas. I think they're kind of unwieldy, honestly. Oh, look at this 200 mil rocket barrage coming down on the on-map.
That's what the Schwib was scouting for.
Oh, and there that goes. Aikaz is actually swimming in munitions as well. He's actually got a munitions OP down as well. So
it's like mirror.
It's munitions wars here. It's real ability wars. Off-map versus 200 mil, but that 200 mil, oh, it's just tasty. And it's probably the most effective thing when it comes to killing those damn Howies.
Yeah, you know, Firestorm just doesn't cut it. D1 is
anymore.
quite... No.
Well, the V1's actually more cost effective, it's cheaper. But
But
V1 really is quite a discount, to be honest, for what it does.
And it's obviously in a completely different doctrine. So if you want to use, you know, an overwhelming number of bunkers and get the bonus from that, you obviously need to go defensive, and you don't get D1s. We did have a weapon support center up for Basilone with a sniper on the field, a new AT gun also after just losing one of them to the Volks getting around it.
I don't see the need for a sniper, honestly. Why get a sniper? You're facing Volks and one single Gren. Doesn't even have any Vet 2 players anymore. If I was him, I would get a WSC, but I'd get a mortar, start dismantling some of this construction that Aikaz has got going on here. He could set up his own construction company with the amount of bunkers he's been making.
Yeah. After the war, that's where he was retired to.
Aikaz's construction industry specializes in hardy concrete structures. MG42 is not included.
You can buy them though, 50 munitions. No problem. Just give him a handful of bullets. Give me an MG bunker.
Handful of bullets and 150 men. Just 150 men.
He needs 150 neighbors to build this concrete structure. And then give him a handful of bullets and you're golden. Got an MG bunker right there. No problem whatsoever. Maybe we should talk about action a bit more than making stupid jokes, but who cares? Nobody watches these videos anymore anyway, so who cares? Really, it's bunker wars on Ango between Aikaz and Basilone.
It is.
And
it is.
You know, for once I haven't actually been drinking, so I'm not exactly sure why I'm so happy.
You alcoholic. You need alcohol to be happy. Do you wake up in the morning and have a whiskey?
Yes.
to get you going in the morning.
Yes. Yes. Before I get in my car to drive to work.
Before you climb on the ladder to go up 20 stories.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what you gotta do to stay alive. Another AT gun is getting produced by Basilone and a new on-map howitzer as well.
Vet 3 vehicles just hit for Aikaz. His army, though, is looking pretty tiny right now. He is actually down to just 1 Gran, 1 Bolt, 1 Pile, 2 Pumas. That's it.
Where's
And
all his men? All his men are in these concrete bunkers here on the right-hand side. There's 150 bolts right there, and
Yeah,
150.
he should just draft all the MG42 crews that are inside the bunkers. Just say, yeah, I don't need you in there anymore. Come out and be a real MG42.
You know what? That would be a cool ability.
They should make a doctrine.
Yeah.
You lose your base MGs, but you get 2 extra MG42s. You just do that at the start of your game. It's like, yes, double MG opening again.
Ooh, Goliath on the field from Aikaz actually on the right-hand side.
Ooh.
And this one bunker, it's gotta be a repair bunker because it's got that dodgy metal thing on the top
It
of
is indeed. It is indeed a repair bunker. Not a bad idea when you've got Vet 3 Pumas. These Vet 3 Pumas, they get a damage bonus of Vet 3, which makes them really nasty. It doesn't actually, the difference isn't too noticeable on infantry, because infantry tend to die pretty badly to Pumas anyway, but it is very noticeable when it comes to like killing AT guns and doing, you know, little bits of damage to M8, and also you can charge it into the base and take out a 105 howitzer in rapid quick time.
That might actually be what Aikaz will be going for here soon after the howitzer actually reveals himself. I don't believe that Basilone has fired it whatsoever. I think he's waiting for the counter RD on that Nebel that goes down in the US base now. He's just got nothing better to shoot at.
Well, he ought to be shooting at this AT gun, which is dismantling his base buildings. The Vermont quarters is about another 4 hits away from going down, and he is producing, in a last-ditch attempt to save his Vermont quarters and get some use out of it, he is making, bizarrely, another Schwinn.
It's for the base scout. He's gonna throw it into the base and just...
well, he does have the munitions for another 200 mil, so maybe it's out to
here's the on-map now firing. Nebel fires on the left-hand side AT gun actually, and the on-map fires on the Nebel in response. But it is max range yet again, and the spread is fairly massive.
Yeah,
that scatter is nothing to laugh at.
And actually, of course, because he got Vet 3 vehicles, that affects the Nebels as well, so he gets a really low cooldown on those Nebels.
Is it vehicles or support wet for the... Because the Pios also have Vet 3, so obviously he has support wet and vehicles.
No, sorry, they are support, Oh, and a rifle just went down, a Vet 1 rifle.
I just caught up as well.
Plugged in the back, so there you go.
19 and 6 for the Pumas.
It's pretty impressive, 19, it's not
19
bad.
Is good. It's really good.
It would have been a lot more if he'd kept the other one alive. Unfortunately, it did hit that mine, which is a bit unlucky. And, oh, look how close he is! And there we go.
I was just gonna say, how is that not detonating? That's so close. Cannot move with 1 volt, and these 2 Pumas were most likely
I think he's gonna neb the cutoff. Oh, that's a nice move, actually.
You know what the best thing with this cutoff move is?
What's that?
The CoH cap, obviously.
Yes.
Apart from the left-hand side, Basilone only has the fuel and munitions outside of his base on the right-hand side. He doesn't even have his heat point anymore. That could decap as well. And here comes the Puma Scout for that on-map power, and I'm guessing 2 mil.
That is indeed
200 mil.
There it goes. Goodbye, second on-map howitzer. Now this is weird. We got a tank depot coming from Basilone, but at this stage in the game, he must have unlocked OMCG or be very close to it.
Got 6 CPs with Rangers unlocked, so he could get it. I'm not sure.
I don't see the point in getting tank depot at this stage in the game when you're infantry. You know, earlier on, okay, but at this point, you may as well just spam OMCG all game.
Maybe he really wants something from his tank depot. I'm not exactly sure either.
Sherman? That's really all it has to offer that he can't get.
The thing is, he's swimming in manpower munitions. He's got almost 500 munitions right now, and 200 fuel banked up.
Jesus,
yes,
why doesn't he just send a rifle into the base and just start taking out, like, base buildings? Just one by one.
I don't know.
Although actually he is defensive, so actually those base buildings are going to be quite tough. Yeah.
It's going to get suppressive.
I mean, with 500 munitions, you could eventually. It would just take multiple barrages to take a single bunker down.
And you got to wait for the cooldown as well, so I guess you got to go in there over and over again.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
A few rifles went down to the Pumas, 2 of them, so he's down to 3. gonna replace one of them at least. Not so far. There's not 2 queued up, only 1. Here's the Schwim Scout again.
If he just waited a few extra seconds, he'd have another 200 mil, and he could drop it on the tank depot. Although actually, it wouldn't kill it.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
Not in one go, at least.
No, it'd be way too.
I don't even think that B1 kills it in one go, does it?
No, I don't think it does.
I think it's like very low health.
Its tank depot requires a serious amount of firepower to kill it.
Double M10s queued up for Basilone right now, so obviously, you know, fast response, you know, vehicle destroyer to hunt the 2 very fast Pumas out. I'm guessing that's the only reason I can see. But, you know, as you said, I think he could have just spammed OMCG, but I guess, you know, if the roulette would have given him AT gun every turn,
that's true.
You just get Nebel to death and then Puma to death after that. Because, you know, apart from the AT guns right now, there's nothing against the Pumas. There's no M8 anymore.
Sniper fires on a Volk.
Oh, might get a long-range vet 2 sticky off on this Puma going into the base. The rifle
was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's not like he's lacking the munitions either. He's got 570 in the bank with a 53 income, which is insane.
Maybe he was a little preoccupied with his M10, which has just popped out.
Maybe, yeah. But this man is really good at right now for Basilone, actually. It's basically completely uncounterable from Aikaz no pack anymore. That got destroyed. He's got a Shrek-Ren still, I think. Where is his Shrek-Ren anyway? Just hanging around somewhere.
Shrek-Ren is... No, Shrek-Ren's dead.
It's dead, yeah, I can't find him.
There's only 1 unit of infantry on Aikaz's side now, and that is a single Volk. The 2 Pyos don't really count. And look at this, he is building himself a Vet 3 88.
It's a bit forward, isn't it? You know,
it is a bit forward, and he doesn't have anything covering it either. It could literally just get rushed by infantry. Or just get annihilated by M10s. Oh no, if these M10s see it before it gets finished. Oh god.
That's gonna be devastating.
I'm not sure if he sees it yet.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does.
Oh no, he does. He does. He's dropping artillery on it.
Oh, okay, there it is. Off-map used on the 88 plays from Aikaz. Maybe he gets one decrewing shot, but he's not going to destroy it at this point.
Yes, he does decrew it. He does decrew it.
And with only 1 Volk squad on the field, where is that Volk squad anyway? Oh, it is on the right. So he can recruit.
He could, but he needs to get in there quickly before these M10s attack move it.
There goes 1 Puma, 2nd Puma gets shot as well, but now the focus firing goes in on the 88, another off map, no problem whatsoever. He's banking so much munitions. He's getting a bit blocked actually.
Oh no, the 88 just isn't firing. Now it's turning.
What is he doing? What happened? Not exactly sure. Volk squad was blocked maybe or something?
Big hit there, but the 88 gets decrewed once again, and it's very low health now. 1 good artillery hit, it's gonna go.
I'm guessing this depot worked out really well for Basilone. It was a little bit weird at the time, but obviously these M10s were almost unkillable. Apart from that 88 getting a shot off, killing one of them, there's nothing else in the field to kill them. There's just no AT.
Another M10 coming out now, and now he can just go and finish off that 88. Polish off the 88, and it should be... Well, it'll basically be game over, I think.
There's no tech from Aikaz. No, there is tier 4.
It's a tier 4. Tier 4, and he's building a Panther.
Ooh,
he's building a Panther. This could get interesting now because
I like Panthers.
He's gonna really regret building that tank depot now because now he's not gonna be able to really get any more AT guns very easily. I mean, obviously he can build them, but they're very, very slow.
Yeah, and he's not really building.
Unless he steals the 88.
He's gonna destroy it.
No, he's gonna steal it.
He's gonna kill it.
Oh, now that is what you call a good thing for killing bunkers. Oh no, he's Aikaz, he's got 200 mil on it.
Oh well.
Well, it's nice knowing you, 88. And M10.
An M10 maybe. Wow, that's spread
rifles.
There we go. Fine.
No, the rifles might escape.
Well, there's nothing to shoot at this game. Volk squad against a retreating rifle, it's never gonna kill them.
Well, here comes the Panther. With
So
Vet
1
now,
M10
Vet 1 tanks.
and 88 down. So yeah, this Panther only has to fight this M10 and AT gun. Obviously AT gun's being a problem, but this M10 should be easily killed.
Oh, it's taking some big hits. Is that AP rounds?
Yes. Not exactly sure. You know,
yes.
you could afford.
Yes, that's
yes,
AP rounds. That's definitely AP rounds. Look at the amount of damage that thing took.
And the repair bunker is still intact though, so it can get repaired by those Pyos that I believe there's one spawn. Gonna be a grenade on a repairing pie of the MG bunker.
Oh, look at this Puma. Look at this 10% health Puma. Cycle strafing the AT gun.
Where's the rifles? There's one rifle squad. You can just go there and stick at him. Instead, he's gonna stand in front of a bunker and get suppressed. Not very good. At the same time, the bunker guarding the right-hand side VP is still there as well, and Basilone is down to 157 VPs now. So it's really, you know, especially with this Panther, he needs to obviously replace some of his lost infantry, I think, Aikaz, so he can have at least some capping power.
Yeah, Aikaz, what he needs is to get a bunch of Grens and then just for the fatherland his way back onto the field, because he has so many munitions.
Does he have to?
Sorry?
Does he have Vet 2?
No, he doesn't have Vet 2 yet, but you don't need it. You don't need it for the fatherland. For the fatherland, it's like a temporary Vet 2.
It is like Vet.
So you just get a bunch of Grens at the Vet 1, and then you just, for the fatherland, your way back onto the map. But he just spent the last of his munitions on another 200 mil, so he would need... But there are a lot of M10 carcasses, a lot of vehicle carcasses, which he could go out and salvage.
Yeah, they're all really close to his bunkers as well, very
guarded.
guarded
Pumas as well on the left-hand side. And
Can you salvage a Nebel carcass?
Yes, you can.
That's pretty cool.
You can salvage the Nebel carcass, you can salvage
It's usually that the Nebel carcass gets blown up as well.
No, you can't salvage an 88 carcass. Oh, that's disappointing. But you can do it with M10s, and you can do it with Nebels. And Pumas, of course. He does have a Puma to salvage. And that's gotta be like 100 munitions.
Easily. Yeah. 3 M10s? Seriously.
But instead, he's getting another Panther.
Yeah, now he's like over-investing in the counters again. It's not gonna work. You know,
yeah, there's only one M10 to kill now.
Yeah.
And now it's just waves of infantry with AT guns and snipers, so... Or a sniper, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not been of very much use because there hasn't really been a whole lot for him to shoot at.
I don't know what's happening right now, but Basilone's getting demos.
To be honest, not a bad idea.
But with the base MGs, you're just gonna get, you know, suppressed.
Well, I think he just wants to get rid of these ones covering the middle.
Oh, of course, the bunkers, yeah, that's true. It's not gonna be a base attack. Off map used again, but now Basilone is actually kind of running out of munitions. So he's got 130 still.
Finally, the resource pool running dry.
He's gonna run out, yeah. He's gonna run out eventually. Double Panthers on the field right now, but you know, apart from
they're not
sniping,
even meant to, so they can't really do any anti-infantry.
No, apart from sniping one rifleman squad, one rifleman
every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not really helpful. He should have gotten like a Panther and a P4 or something. Something better. Or an Ostwind. A Panther and an Ostwind. That's a good combination, right?
Panthers and Ostwind are good, yeah. That's the ideal combination, really. You don't want to be getting P4s, really, unless you really like P4s for some reason. You would rather have, you know, something that's really good at one role and something that's really good for the other role, rather than something that's
and then combine these two.
Average both.
Yeah.
I mean, I love P4s not so much the next guy, but really the ideal situation is Panthers and Ostwinds.
Yeah, exactly. So another attack from Basilone right now. Aikaz is basically trapped in space almost. He's trying to be a bit sneaky on left-hand side with a single Pio squad just going capping there while Basilone is preoccupied with his engagement outside of the German base. And it's not really looking great. One of his repair bunkers are clearly going to be taken out by this M10 and AT gun. There's a second repair bunker closer to the enemy base though, or to the Wehrmacht base. So he's gonna get some reps on his Panther, but at the same time, he can't really effectively combat this infantry. I hear a new Nebel.
There is a new Nebel, yeah, he just took it out and started firing straight away. But he needs infantry, he really, really, really needs infantry. Even, I mean, he doesn't have his tier 1, otherwise I'd say he can just get Volks if nothing else, but he needs those Grenadiers.
Yeah. He needs Grens. Is it a manpower issue, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's a manpower issue right now.
But what is he reinforcing?
I don't know. Well, he keeps on building.
He built a Nebel.
He just built another bunker.
Oh yeah, bunkers and Nebels. That's where all of his manpower is going. But I think, as you say, he needs Grens.
Yeah, he does need Grens. I mean, you know, he's in a bad position right now, but it's not absolutely terrible, really. I mean, it looks a lot worse than it really is because Basilone's army is, you know, it's been whittled down as well.
Yeah,
although actually it just grew.
Group.
Yeah, OMCG just arrived, so... Oh, and he got a mortar, finally.
Yeah, 280... Well, the bunkers are destroyed, apart from the repair bunkers closest to the base, so that doesn't really matter anymore.
He's getting another repair bunker.
Oh,
he didn't even have a med bunker. Like, one med bunker in the first sort of 10 minutes would have given him at least 1 or 2 free Grens by now.
At least 1. That's usually what he gets. You get the one. You know,
You
you know,
get
as
the
long
one
as
if
your
you're
opponent
not
counters it.
trying. Like, you get the one if you're not defensive and you just don't give a shit and you're just putting up a med bunker because you have nothing else better to spend your munitions on. But if you're defensive, you can easily get a couple.
Yeah. Sniper scouting from Basilone outside of the base, spotting
Yeah,
the...
now it's just a sniper and AT gun creep, which is...
Yeah, with the AT, the double AT gun from the off-map combat troop, an AT gun wall is completely plausible now from Basilone, and Panthers just can't do anything about that, really.
He's got overlapping AT guns.
Not
He's
with
got two in the
overlap.
front line, one covering the rear from the right, one covering the rear from the left. He doesn't really get a lot more solid than this. He couldn't circle strafe this even with like 2 Oswins or something. Instead, he's getting himself more Nebels. He's just more Nebels. Nebels and bunkers. The Nebel
Nebels
and
against
bunker
AT
strategy
guns,
has
you know.
not sold me yet.
Yeah, no, not really me either. But obviously, you know, Nebels against the AT guns, that's one thing. But he needs infantry. Seriously, you don't need 2 Nebels. There's honestly not really any point to it, in my opinion, at least.
He could actually get himself a Gren squad right now if he wanted to.
Please get a Gren. Please get something to cap with, apart from Pios that keeps getting chased off by a single rifleman squad on the left over and over again.
Oh no, he doesn't have the pop cap. He's sitting on 41 out of 40 pop.
Oh, right, he doesn't have it.
Because he keeps on building Nebels. And Panthers.
One Nebel's toast by an off-map. Gun gets destroyed as well.
No, he's getting himself another Puma. He's going to fight AT guns
You can't
with
cap
vehicles.
with your Puma. It is not plausible.
Wow. Look at that.
That
Double
works.
Panthers. This isn't ugly now. This isn't like countering. This is just like
Desperation.
This is getting the things that are supposed to be countered and then countering the things that are supposed to counter you because you just have 2 Panthers. That's really what this boils down to.
Yeah. Still only gonna get 1 though. Yes. Without map. Is he building another Nebel? Please tell me he's not building a Nebel.
No,
And what
no,
is
it's a
that
Puma.
sniper doing in front of a bunker getting killed?
Oh, congratulations,
Nebel.
Sniper.
Nebel's gonna try to move away. Here comes the off map. First shell is dodged, and the Nebel almost get away scot-free, but
Almost.
gets killed. But gets
Almost. He doesn't even have like the men to reman it either. He has 2 Pyro squads. And if he remans it, obviously he's going to lose the Pyro squads.
So he has 1 Bio squad remaining, but the Nebel is not recruited. Oh, it's still alive. Half health.
Yeah,
I saw
Panthers.
dirt thrown into the air.
And there goes the Puma. So he built a Puma, 3 minutes later it does nothing, and it dies. And that's why late game Pumas kind of suck against TD.
Pumas kind of sunk against TD, period, I think.
Well, yeah. And he is finally getting a Gren, but I think it might just be a little bit too late now because it's down to 110 VPs.
Yeah, Gran! Go, Gran! And these 2 Panthers are running into a minefield. He's hit one at the high fuel. There he goes. Damage engine. Might get a long range. Get 2 sneaky off on the second one as well. So he can, in response, send his 2 remaining AT guns and an M10 over to left hand side to combat these. There we go. Double damage engine. You need to move now.
God. 2 neutered Panthers.
You need to hustle. New Puma out from.
Oh no! Don't do this to me, Aikaz. Don't. No, he just built a Gren so he could reman the Nebel. Like
He really loves Nebels, okay?
yeah, Nebels and bunkers.
Well, you don't have to reinforce. Well, you can reinforce on Nebel, but you don't have to reinforce Pumas and bunkers because if they die, they die. So either he's being really silly, just building these 2 units over and over again, which I think he is, or he's onto some new form of meta. No recrew meta.
He's worked out like the really sort of elaborate, subtle economics of the game, and he's like,
numbers.
yeah, it's more cost effective if you just build things that don't have to be reinforced.
Yes. I'm buying that. There.
Oh, and there goes 1 bunker to a self-destruct.
Self-destruct bunker to get out the M10, trying to kill this. So, main gun destroyed, Nebel so low health. Where's your off-map now? He can't afford it.
Aikaz can't really afford very much of anything right now, but he is getting himself another Puma because, you know what, the last one died pretty damn quick, but you know what, the second one will definitely work.
Third, actually, there's 1 Puma on the field, so he's gonna have 2 again.
Oh, true.
It's like vehicle meta or something.
It's very odd. It's very odd play
No.
style.
you know, aim strong, Biosis, DevM, G, whoever, whatever, start playing Company of Heroes 1 and stop this silly meta. It's hurting my eyes. I'm not sure what's happening. Where's the good old stuff?
I have no idea, but I'm
Vehicle
definitely
meta
not,
is my
no, it's not. Doesn't
Forward
appear to be very
HQ.
effective.
forward HQ from Basilone, just outside of the German base. He's extending over to the left hand. And we got a bunker guarding the left hand side VP, trying to stop the drain somewhat. Down to
Basilone,
50.
I think Basilone's had enough now. Really. He just wants to put the boot in here, but he's going to have a bit of problems because obviously there's MG bunkers on all the base buildings.
The top gunners on the buildings from the defensive doctrine. That's the problem,
They will suppress you given enough time.
Oh yeah. Ooh. These
They're
Panthers.
like stug gunners.
Oh yeah. Those things are awesome.
They are
Frontline
great.
Combat used an AT gun, mortar, rifle, and M10. Where is the other mortar? What happened to that?
We got nuked by Neville.
No, it's still alive. It's just sitting on the far right hand side at the high fuel. He could have used that just to bombard the enemy base, like take out the tier 3 to stop the Neville.
That's what I said. That would have been the only good use for it. And destroyed engine on one of those Pumas. Showing again why Pumas are not working for you right now. Aikaz, please stop building them.
Aikaz trying to face the right way. There goes one of the Pumas. The second Puma might be able to decrew one of these AT guns if the Nebel doesn't finish the job quickly first.
Oh,
There we go. Wow, was that a mine?
that was a mine, yeah, that was a
Nice.
mine. And that
Flavor
Puma is
bomb.
now stuck sitting in one precise location, but then a M10 comes along and he's going to kill this
Still
one.
here. Oh, misfire from the M10 as the Puma just manages to get around that small building.
Is this a block on the M10? Yes, nice block there, nice block with the AP rounds.
Oh wow, that M10 went down real quickly, but the Panthers are extremely damaged. 3 AT guns trying to kill it, just bouncing on the frontal armor. Might be a sticky off from these rifles. Nope, AT gun gets the kill. Second Panther, very low health. 13 BPs, 12 remains from Aikaz. Last hurrah from him, trying to exit space. He's got the left-hand side fairly covered, but he's just got nothing to cap with, so it's just over.
Nope, it's
He needed
game
more
over
grants.
for Aikaz. Yep, he obviously really doesn't.
If you got like a good, nice Gren army here, is, you know, just replace the last 3 Pumas or something. Keep the 2 Panthers, fine, whatever, you know, you can easily counter anything that TD can throw at you, and, you know, most things, at least vehicle-wise, that off-map combat group can throw at you. But the Pumas, really, they're just not doing anything. You know, switch out the 3 last Pumas with 3 Grens, with some, maybe add on some For the Fatherland stuff.
Yeah, bit of FTFL, just charge down the middle, but yeah, I mean it was just a little bit too little, too late. And of course, when he did build the Gren, he only used it as recrew material, and then just didn't bother with it for the rest of the game. So
He died. I think he hit a mine at the crossing, the middle road crossing there.
yeah,
The
I
Puma
think-
hit one of the mines, and the Grens hit the second mine, which was planted just above that first one on the road. And I think the Gren went down to 1 man, and then they just got minced by bars.
evidently he just doesn't like his Grens. But Basilone played a pretty solid US game there. Nothing too fancy, but quite a nicely executed rifle play into sort of ATG creep and the on-map Howies. Or the on-map Howies, they didn't tend to last very long. Always
First
a
one was
good
pretty
lesson.
good, that too.
Yeah, well, the first one did pretty well. Always
Mine was just
mind your
mid-decent.
base though. Always mind your base. It is so worth it. If you stop your 105 getting destroyed, it's totally worth it to spend 75 munitions. You know, 3 choice mines in, you know, the obvious locations, and you will thank yourself. You will definitely thank yourself. Well, thank you guys for watching. It was, hopefully you found that game fairly entertaining. It was a little bit off the cuff, a little bit different. We will be casting, hopefully, some more Vico games in the future, as well as CoH games, of course. Do subscribe if you enjoyed, leave us a comment, and we will see you next time.
See you guys.